5 minutes. Could you shave me in that time?
5 minutes, sir. Easy, easy.
All right, then go ahead.
Got your collar also, sir.
Fussy, aren't you?
Well, sir, I try to do my work well.
Satisfied now?
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. In a hurry, sir.
Yes, I've got to attend a meeting at 3:10.
Oh, the auction upstairs?
Yes, so you'll have to cut it pretty fine.
Don't worry, sir. Plenty of time. Plenty of time. From the country, sir.
Yes, a southerner.
Ah, thought so. I'm from the country myself.
Oh, really? What part?
Well, that's difficult to say. You see, I've moved around so much that I'm neither a southerner nor a northerner. I'm just an American. I lived in a little town near Savannah for a year.
Oh, did you? Why, so did I.
Yes, sir. I saw you there quite frequently, but you never came into my shop. From Philadelphia, I went to Newark,
To Newark?
and from there to Indianapolis,
What?
and then Muscatine for a few months, and then Chicago and Louisville.
Why, one would think that you've been following me about. I've lived in every one of those places.
Have you, sir? Funny little world, isn't it?
And you've been a barber this whole time?
Yes, sir. I couldn't do anything else. It's my trade.
Well, this is the first time you've ever shaved me.
Yes.
Ooh, what are you doing?
Hurrying, sir.
Well, you needn't break my neck about it.
So it may be the first time I've ever shaved you, but it might be the last.
If that's so, I'm going to be leaving town after this meeting.
Oh, are you, sir? If I may ask, where are you going?
Why? Are you going to follow me?
Oh, sooner or later, sir. It's going to be a long journey, isn't it?
Oh, what makes you say so?
Well, there's a long journey we all take sooner or later, eh?
A long journey? Oh, but you're wasting time, man.
Am I? Fine weather we're having, sir.
Yes?
Though we could do with a little more rain for the crops. You know, the young man who keeps the shoe store on the corner was telling me this morning as I was...
I don't care what he said. I would like to be shaved.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And the young lady who runs the newsstand upstairs by the elevator, she was just telling me.
I told you once, I don't care what your friends were saying. I've got to be at that meeting by 3:10.
Don't worry, sir. I always keep my promises. Why, I remember when back in Savannah, when my poor young daughter was...
I don't give a damn about your daughter.
No, sir. I didn't think you did.
And now your time is up.
Oh, no, sir. It hasn't begun.
What do you mean?
Oh, easy, sir, easy. Don't do that. You don't know how near you came to cutting yourself.
You said you would finish with me in 5 minutes.
No, sir. If you allow me to contradict you, I did not.
You said you would shave me in 5 minutes.
Yes, sir. That's what I said.
And it's...
But when I promised to shave you in 5 minutes, sir, I said nothing about the lathering. The lathering takes several minutes by itself.
What? Ow!
Smart, stout, now you've done it.
You clumsy, awkward, conceited galoot.
Don't talk to a gentleman like that, you cur. I did it on purpose.
What?
You mustn't accuse me of being clumsy, sir. If I cut you, it was quite intentional. Like this.
Ah, damnation! Are you crazy?
No, sir. I'm quite sane. Easy, sir, easy. This knife is, or this razor is frightfully sharp.
I want to get up.
Well, I wouldn't try it with my razor at your throat, sir. It is sure to be fatal.
Then take it away.
Oh, no, no, no. When I finish shaving you, not before. Now lie back! Quietly. Quietly, sir!
What is this? What are you going to do with me? What is this, a hold up?
What am I gonna... Take that filthy thing out of your mouth. What am I gonna do with you? Why, I haven't the slightest idea. Do you have any suggestions?
Well, I really must be at this meeting by 3:15 at the latest, or I'll be ruined. Ruined!
You needn't raise your voice, sir.
convince you? I mean,
Don't worry about that, sir. I believe you. In fact, I know all about the meeting. There's going to be an auction, and unless you bid, it'll be all up with you.
Well, then you'll let me go?
No, I'm afraid I won't.
But...
You see, sir, if I may use your own words, I don't give a damn about your meeting.
Oh, well, who the devil do you think you are? I mean, this is...
Shut up!
I'll give you $10 to let me go.
I beg your pardon.
This scarf pin, it is worth $500. Now, I will give you...
I don't hear so well in this ear. Try the other.
$1,000. I will give you $1,000 to let me go.
Oh, no, sir. You see, that won't do. The young lady who runs the newsstand upstairs, you won't interrupt me this time, will you, sir? She was telling me that it's very important to keep your customers in sight. There's nothing so bad for business as an empty shop.
But please, I really must be at that meeting. Every second is worth $1 to me.
Oh, well, it'll console you to know, then, that my time is worth very little.
Please, if I am not at that meeting, I may as well shoot myself.
I shan't object, sir.
Oh!
Ah, so you're feeling regret. I'm glad to see it. I knew you'd regret sooner or later. By the way, sir, haven't you recognized me yet?
Recognized you?
I see. You thought I was a lunatic. Well, I'm not. Look at me. Look at me closely.
I don't know you.
No? Well, say to yourself, 12 years ago, this man's face didn't show so many lines of care. 12 years ago, this man's hair wasn't so gray. 12 years ago, this man lived in a little town near Savannah.
It can't be.
Say it.
Kilmer?
Yes! Kilmer.
And you followed me about?
For 12 years.
From town to town?
I was never more than a week behind you.
Good God!
Yes, God. I used to think of him a lot. I used to ask him why he never brought you into my shop. But he brought you at last, John. He brought you at last. For 12 mortal years I waited for this day. Once in Muscatine, you walked into my shop, but there was another man and you wouldn't wait. In Louisville, you crossed my threshold and looked at your watch and walked back out again. But I knew sooner or later, John, you'd walk into my shop and sit down in my chair, and that day has finally come. You and I, John, we have a long account to settle, don't we? I've been one of your creditors too, John, and this is a reckoning. You're gonna pay me. Pay me now, and you're gonna pay me in full.
What are you going to do to me?
Well, that's difficult to say. I'd be justified in cutting your throat, wouldn't I?
But that would be murder.
Ugly word, isn't it?
Murder in the first degree.
Oh, of course.
But they would catch you, sure as fate.
I wouldn't run away.
Oh, please think of what you're doing.
I have been thinking about it, John, for 12 years.
I'm on my back. I'm helpless.
You'd run if I let you up.
Just give me a chance.
No, John, no. You get no chance. You gave Jenny none. She was just 18 when you came into town. Just a child, John, a child. Her mother was dead. I was all she had, and she was all I had. I was trying to raise her right to become the kind of woman that her mother had been. If you know what that means.
I didn't mean to do it.
Dude, don't tell me what you did and didn't do. She loved you. And I trusted you. You were gonna get married. You took her away with you, and you didn't marry her. Marriage, why, you never even thought about it. You couldn't get her any other way. You wanted her and you got her. You didn't care about her, and you didn't care about me. She was a toy. She amused you. And when you were finished with her, you threw her in the gutter! It makes me sick to think about it. She came back 6 months later. And how she got home from where you'd taken her, I don't know, and I don't want to guess.
I'll marry her now, Gilbert.
Well, you'll have to ask her about that.
Well?
In about 2 minutes, you'll be able to ask her.
What do you mean?
She's dead, John. Dead.
Oh.
30 seconds for your prayers, John.
Please, no. I don't want to die. I don't want to.
So your nerve gave way, John. Your nerve gave way.
Where am I?
Well, you ought to be in hell. But I guess you're still here on God's good earth.
You didn't kill me?
No, I didn't.
But you could have.
When you're about to cross the river, John, and your eyes are glazing over, and your heart's about to stop beating, you won't be any nearer to death than you were a minute ago.
Why didn't you kill me?
It wouldn't bring Jenny back, would it?
Were you afraid?
After looking forward to it for 12 years? No.
Then why?
You'll remember why. Tell me, John, are men who are so brave with women always so cowardly when they deal with men? Or is it on account of the meeting?
Oh, the meeting! Oh, good God! It's 20 past. I'm ruined! I'm ruined!
Yes, I didn't kill you. I left you your life, but I made it worthless. I broke you. I broke you!
Oh, Kilburn?
Yes?
Thought I was a fool, did you? Thought I'd tell you the real time of the meeting?
What do you mean?
You ass! You idiot! The meeting doesn't begin until 3:30.
Oh, is that all? Well, that clock is 45 minutes slow.
Harriet, my other self, my trained self,
Yes.
I want to talk to you.
Well,
Oh, Harriet, you're beautiful today.
Am I presentable, Hetty?
Suits me.
I've tried to make the most of the good points.
My passions are deeper than yours. I can't keep the mask on as you do. I am crude and real. You are my appearance in the world.
I am what you wish the world to believe you are.
You are the part of me that has been trained.
I am your educated self.
I am the rushing river. You are the ice over the current.
I am your subtle overtones.
But together we are one woman, the wife of Charles Goodrich.
There I disagree with you, Hetty. I alone am his wife.
Harriet, how could you say such a thing?
Certainly, I am the one who flatters him. I am the one who has to talk to him. If I gave you the chance, you would tell him at once that you dislike him.
Oh, if you love him.
I haven't any feelings. It isn't my business to love anybody.
Then why need you object to calling him my husband?
I resent your appropriation of a man who has managed only through the cleverness of my artifice.
You may be clever enough to deceive him, Harriet, but it is I who suffers. I can't forget that he is my husband. I can't forget that I might have married John Caldwell.
How foolish of you to remember John, just because we met his wife by chance.
That's what I want to talk to you about. She may be here at any moment. I want to advise you as to what to say to her this afternoon.
By all means, tell me now, and don't interrupt while she is here. You have a most annoying habit of talking to me while people are present. This is sometimes all I can do to keep my poise and not appear to be listening to you.
Impress her.
Hetty dear, is it not my custom to impress people?
I hate her.
I can't let her see that.
I hate her because she married John.
Only after you had refused him.
Was it my fault I refused him?
That's right, blame me.
It was your fault. You told me he was too poor and would never amount to anything in painting. Look at him now. Known in Europe. Just returned from 8 years in Paris. Famous.
It was too poor a gamble at the time. It was much safer to accept Charles's money and position.
And then John married Margaret within a year.
Out of spite.
Freckled, gawky looking thing she was, too.
Europe improved her. She was stunning the other morning.
Make her jealous today.
Shall I be haughty, or cordial, or caustic, or...
Above all else, you must make sure she knows we're rich.
Oh, yes, I do that quite easily now.
You must put it on a bit.
Never fear.
Tell her I love my husband.
My husband.
Are you going to quarrel with me?
No, I have no desire to quarrel with you. It is quite too uncomfortable. I couldn't get away from you if I tried.
You were a stupid fool to make me refuse John. I will never forgive you. Never.
Don't get me all excited. I'll be in no condition to meet her properly.
I could choke you for robbing me of John.
Don't muss me.
You're bloodless. Nothing but sham. Sham. Well,
Be quiet! I can't let her see that I've been fighting with my inner self.
And now after all my suffering, you say it has cost you more than it has cost me to be married to Charles? But there's the pain here in my heart. I've paid the price. I've paid. Charles is not your husband.
He is.
He isn't.
He is.
He isn't. I'll kill you.
Don't. You're stronger than I am.
Say he's mine.
He's ours.
There she is now.
Wait. I can't let the telephone girl hear I've been fighting with my real self. It isn't proper. Yes. Charles Cabrella.
I'm so excited my heart's in my mouth.
A nice thing you put my nerves into.
Don't let her see you're nervous.
Quick, put on the veil and she'll see you shining through me.
Tell her Charles is rich and fascinating. Boast of our friends. Make her feel she needs us.
I'll make her ask John to paint us.
That's just my thought. If John paints our portrait,
We can wear an exquisite gown.
and make him fall in love again, and
Yes. Oh, Margaret, how delightful it is to see you.
that's a lie.
How enchanting it is to see you,
I'd
Harry.
fight you if I dared.
Isn't our meeting a stroke of luck?
I thought of you so often, Harry, then to come back and find you living in New York.
Mr. Goodrich has many interests here.
Flatter her.
Mr. Goodrich is so successful.
Tell her we're rich.
Won't you sit down?
What a beautiful lamp.
Do you like it? I'm afraid Charles paid an extravagant price.
I don't believe that.
I'm sure he must have.
How proud you were looking, Margaret.
You are not. There are circles under your eyes.
I haven't eaten since breakfast. I'm hungry.
How well you are looking too.
You have hard lines about your mouth. Are you happy?
Don't let her know I'm unhappy.
Why shouldn't I look well? My life is full, happy, complete.
I wonder.
My life is complete too.
My heart is torn with sorrow. My husband cannot make a living. He will kill himself if we cannot get a portrait ordered.
Tell her we have an automobile.
You must come and visit us in our studio. John is doing some excellent portraits. He has so many orders he can't keep up.
Tell her we have an automobile.
Do you take lemon in your tea?
Cream is more filling.
No cream, if you please. How cozy.
Only cakes. I could eat them all.
How many lumps?
Oh, sugar's filling.
we have an automobile.
Kate, at last.
Thank you.
Automobile!
Follow up the costumes with the suggestion that she would make a good model for John. It's not too early to start getting what you came here for.
What delicious cake.
Here's your chance for the auto.
Yes, it is good cake, isn't it? There are always a great many people buying it in Harper's. I sat in my automobile 15 minutes this morning waiting for my chauffeur to get it.
Make her order a portrait.
Oh, if you stopped at Harper's, you must have noticed the new gowns at Henderson's. Aren't the shop windows so alluring these days?
Even my chauffeur notices them.
I know you have an automobile. I heard you the first time.
I notice gowns now with an artist's eye as John does. The one you have on now, my dear, is very paintable.
Don't let her know you're anxious to be painted.
Oh, it's just a little model.
Don't seem anxious to get the order.
Perhaps it isn't the gown itself, but the way you wear it that is so pleasing to the eye. Some people can wear anything with grace.
Yes, I am very graceful.
You flatter me, my dear.
On the contrary, Harriet, I have the most intense admiration for you. Why, I remember how beautiful you were as a girl. I used to get quite jealous when John was paying you so much attention.
She's gloating because we lost him.
Oh, those were childhood days in a country town.
She's trying to make it seem like John's only a country boy.
Most of the great men have come from the country. John has a fair chance of being added to that list.
I know it, and I am bitterly jealous of you.
Undoubtedly he owes much of his success to you, Margaret. Your experience in economy, your ability to endure hardship. Those first few years in Paris must have been a struggle.
She's sneering at your poverty.
It was difficult at first. Not the luxurious starved girl has to marry as well.
Denying married Charles for his money.
Of course, John and I were so congenial in our taste that we were quite impervious to hardship and unhappiness.
Do you really love each other? Is it true?
Did you have all the romance of starving for his art?
She's taunting you. Get even with her.
Oh, not for long. Prince Rayer soon discovered John's genius and introduced him royally to many wealthy Parisians who gave him many orders.
Are you telling the truth or are you lying?
If he had so many opportunities there, he must have had great inducements to come back to the States.
Yes, but not the ones you would think.
Oh, John became the rage of Americans traveling to France, and they simply insisted we come back here.
Who is he going to paint here?
What names dare I make up?
At present, Miss Dorothy Ainsworth of Oregon is posing. You may not know the name, but she's the daughter of a wealthy miner who discovered gold in Alaska.
Oh, I dare say there are many Western people we have never heard of.
You must have found the social life in New York very interesting after the simplicity of our hometown.
There's no need to remind us that our beginnings were the same.
Oh yes, Charles's family made everything delightful for me. They are so well connected.
Flatter her.
Oh, I heard yesterday that you are making quite a name for yourself socially. Somebody said too that you're very clever.
Who told you that?
Nobody.
Well, confidences should be respected, I mean. I heard too that you were making a name for yourself as a critic of art.
I make no pretenses.
Are you and Mr. Goodrich interested in the same things too?
No?
Yes, Charles and I are inseparable.
I wonder.
Do have another cake.
Yes, please.
Oh, I really shouldn't. I had such a large luncheon, and John took me to the Ritz, and we're invited to the Bensons for dinner. They have that nice home by the drive. I really shouldn't, but the cakes are so good.
Starving.
Oh, more tea.
Yes.
Oh, no thank you. How wonderfully life has arranged itself for you, Harriet. Wealth, position, a happy marriage, every opportunity to enjoy life's pleasures, beauty, art. How happy you must be.
Don't No, no, I shall win him back. Away from you. Away from you.
I sometimes think it is unfair for anyone to be as happy as I am. Charles and I are just as much in love as the day we married. To me, he is just the dearest man in the world.
No, my John is. I love him so much I would die for him. I'm starving for him, and I'm gonna make him great. And he loves me. He worships me.
I should like to meet Mr. Goodrich. You must bring him by the studio. John has some sketches to show. Not many, as most of the portraits have been purchased by the sitter. He gets as much as $4,000 now.
Don't pay that much.
As much as that?
Oh, it is not really that much. When you consider that John is at the forefront of artists today, a portrait painted by him now will double and treble in value.
That's a lie. He grows weak with despair.
Does he paint all day long?
No, he draws advertisements for our bread.
When you and Mr. Goodrich come, do be sure and telephone first.
So we can get the advertisements out of the way.
Otherwise, he might be engaged with a sitter, and he would never allow me to disturb him then.
Lagrange offered to paint me for 1,000.
Oh, my dear. Louis Lagrange's reputation isn't worth more than that.
Well, I've heard his work well mentioned.
He's doing splendid work.
Oh, he is recognized only by the masses. The artists themselves don't really recognize him at all.
Must I really pay full price?
Well, Lagrange thought I would make a good subject.
You're fish for it.
Of course you would. Why not let Lagrange paint you if you trust him?
She doesn't seem anxious to have John paint her portrait.
But if he isn't accepted by artists, it would be a waste of time to pose for him, wouldn't it?
Yes, I think it would.
Just order a portrait. John can't endure much longer. Please save me. Save us. Help me.
Don't seem too eager.
But if he only charges 1,000, one might consider it.
Well, if you really want to be painted, Harriet, why not spend a little more and get a portrait that's really worthwhile? Of course, John might be induced to do you for a little bit less than usual, considering the two of you used to be such good friends.
That's very nice of you to suggest. Of course, I don't know.
For God's sakes, just say yes.
Of course, I don't know if John would. He can be very peculiar about these things. He sets his value on his work and thinks it beneath him to discuss price.
You needn't try and make us feel small.
Although I might quite delicately mention to him that inasmuch as you have many influential friends, you might be glad to...
Say what I don't want to say.
Help her out.
Oh, yes. Introductions would follow the exhibition of my portrait. No doubt.
Be patronizing.
No doubt I shall be able to introduce your husband to his advantage.
Saved.
If I should find John in a propitious mood, I should take great pleasure in telling him about your beauty for your sake. Just as you're sitting now would be a lovely pose.
We can go now.
Don't let her do it. She's doing us a favor.
It would give me pleasure to add my name to your husband's list of patronesses.
Let's run home and tell John the good news.
Oh, my dear.
You always had a brilliant mind, Margaret.
Oh, it is you who flatter now.
Run home. Tell John. Hurry, hurry.
You managed to order very neatly. She doesn't suspect you wanted it.
Now, if I'm not satisfied with my portrait, I shall blame you. I am relying upon your opinion of John's talent.
She doesn't suspect we got what we came for. Let's run home and tell John.
Like I said, you always had a brilliant mind.
Oh, it is you who flatter now. I really must go, or you shall have me completely under your spell.
Yes, do go. I have to dress for dinner.
Don't hurry.
I hate you.
I really must, but I do hope we shall see each other often at the studio. I find you so stimulating.
I hate you.
It is indeed gratifying to find
He's forgotten all about you.
He will be so happy to receive them.
I can hardly wait to talk to him again.
I shall wait then until you send word.
I shall talk to John immediately and let you know when they come.
I love him.
I'm starving.
I love him.
He's starving. I want your money.
I'm gonna take him away
I
from
want
you.
your influence. I'm gonna rob you! Rob you!
Such a joy to see you.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, my dear.
Percival? Wake up, Percival. Yes, hello. Take me to the station at the Bedford Junction. Hurry, please, quick. What? No, I can't speak any louder. Well, you must hear me. Get me the station agent at the Bedford Junction and hurry, please. Hello. Are you the station agent? Yes. This is Miss Gardner, James K. Gardner's daughter. Yes, that's James K. Gardner, the president of the railroad. Listen, this is his house. My mother and I are here alone, and there are 3 men trying to break in. Oh, yes, of course they're burglars. My mother is here, and she's very ill, and if they frighten her, it might be very serious. Wake up the crew and get the engine here as quick as you can. I said, wake up the crew and get here as fast as you can. Right away.
Alice!
Yes, of course, the line is clear until the 52 goes by. Let's not do... Hold the line, please. Yes, Mother? Oh, why are you awake, Mother?
Is there anything wrong, Alice?
No. I just came down for a book I forgot. Go back to bed, Mother. Everything's all right.
I heard you moving about. I thought you might be ill.
Oh, no. But you'll be ill if you don't go back to bed. It's all right, Mother. It's all right.
Yes, dear. Good night.
Good night. Hello. Yes. When you get here, park the engine at the bottom of our lawn. Yes, at the bottom of the lawn. And once our house is surrounded, when all the men have surrounded the house, then blow the whistle 3 times so that I know you're here. Oh, no. The burglars will still be here. I'll see to that. All you have to do is get here. And if you don't, you'll lose your job. Or I'm not the daughter of the president of the railroad. Now you jump and just... Hello? Hello? Hung up!
Hush, be quiet, will you? It looks clear. Close that door. Can't you be quiet?
Oh! God!
Has he broken anything?
Broke my head!
Well, that's no loss. It looks all right.
We got enough stuff in these bags without we go to another house.
It's not like we're wasting time. I mean, look at this silver. That's the beauty of working the night after Christmas. Everyone's presence is light about loose, and everyone's too tired to celebrate and keep up. did that come?
I'd rather look at a cup of coffee.
Oh, you.
I've been through the refrigerators tonight, and nothing in any of them but milk. Milk! I can't make a supper out of silver ice pitchers.
Go on, get to work.
No, the folks in this town are the stingiest I ever see. I won't visit any of them ever again, no matter how often they ask me. I wonder if these folks is vegetarians too.
So it all looks clear. There's no lights on and everybody's quiet. Go work the bedrooms. Don't be brought now.
I know my business.
Kitty. Just wait. Leave that. That's not safe.
I know it ain't, boss. I'm looking for something to eat.
Oh, no, you're not. Let's go over help with this.
Gee. I found a bottle of whiskey.
Well, you put that back where you found it.
I know a better place than that to put it.
What have I told you about drinking during business hours?
Just once, Governor. It's a cold, cruel night. I need it for my medicine.
No, I tells you.
Just one dose. Here's to you, boss.
Oh, hush, can you be quiet?
Oh, God! That's benzene! It nearly burned out my throat!
Why was that burn your tongue down? Can't you be quiet?
Oh. Just think of a guy putting benzene in a whiskey bottle. That's dishonest. Besides that, using a revenue stamp twice as defrauding the government. I could have him arrested for that. If I wanted to. Okay, I guess I don't want to.
That's enough of that. Head up to the wagon. I'll toss these bags out to you. Put them under the seat and then cover them with the lap robe.
Go easy. I ain't to leave here till Harry is safe on the ground.
Don't you worry about Harry. He won't get into trouble.
Sure, he won't. It's me and you who get into trouble. You had not to send Harry to do second story work.
No.
No. Our Harry, he's too tender-hearted. A second story worker. I'll use his gun.
You will use your gun too often one day.
No, I won't. Well, I did once, but then I did it again for 6 years. No, but our Harry, he's too tender-hearted. Why, if Harry were a chicken thief, he would give the chicken laughing gas before he wrung its neck. You remember the time the old woman woke up in the middle of the night and begged Harry to give her back her watch that had belonged to her poor dead little girl? Well, it turns out the little girl wasn't dead. And it turns out the little girl was a big boy, alive and kicking. Especially kicking, he kicked me into a rose bush.
That's enough of that. Harry's learning his trade. He'll pick it up in time.
It's about time he picked up something. You remember the time at the Gainesville Bank? Left $10,000 lying in the back of the vault. Why didn't he pick that up?
Because it wasn't there. Bank managers is always making up stuff like that. It's to make us feel bad. Hey, that's quick work. What'd you get?
Oh, just some extra rings and rings and 2 watches.
That's good work. That's good work. Is anybody up there?
Just an old woman and a young girl in the room above this. Oh, and she's a beauty too. Sleeping there all sweet and peaceful.
Oh, Harry, maybe you ought to give her her watch back. Maybe she's another dead daughter.
That's enough of that. That's good work, Harry. All right, we can go now.
Go? Not till I get something to eat.
Oh, no, you don't. You can wait till later for something to eat.
Yeah, I can wait till later for something to eat. But I can wait better if I eat now.
Oh, confound him! You know, if I knew the roads around here half as well as he did, I'd head off and leave him behind. That stomach of his is going to send us to jail one day.
Well, to tell the truth,
Governor.
a little supper wouldn't hurt my feelings.
Oh.
Now I wonder where old man Gardner keeps his Havanas. I want a Christmas present of a box of cigars. Are they over here?
I didn't check. I gave up robbing tills when I was quite a boy.
Oh, here they are. Domestics. What do you think of that? Made in Vermont. Admiral Dewey cigar. What's the point in Dewey's taking Manila if I've got to smoke Vermont cigars?
Gee, boys, look at this layout. These is real folks in this house. They got cheese and tea cakes and ham and fruit and pineapple wedges and pie and look, real wine. Sit down, boys. Make yourselves perfectly at home.
Well, this does look good. Better have a bite, Governor.
No, I tells you.
Oh, go on. I don't possibly.
Who's that?
Don't make a noise. Don't make a noise, please.
Oh, I'll be hung.
Don't make a noise.
Well, don't you make a noise!
I don't need to. I don't want you to either. My mother is asleep upstairs and she's very ill. If I don't want to wake her, I don't want you to wake her either.
Well, I'll be hung.
How many people are in this house?
Just me and my mother and the maid servants. They're all asleep. But you woke me up. And I thought you'd go without disturbing mother. But when I heard you making a night of it, I thought I'd better come downstairs and ask you to be as quiet as possible. Oh, excuse me. Those are the wrong cigars. These cigars father keeps for his friends. These are the correct cigars. The good ones. I'm afraid you've a very poor supper tonight. With such a small family when father is away. I can't quite see what you have there. Would you mind pointing to the light down here?
Don't you do it. Keep the gun on her.
Oh, I don't mind if he points the gun at me, so long as he doesn't point the light at me. It's terribly embarrassing. Down there, please. Oh, why, that's cooking sherry. You can't drink that. Let me get you a bottle of whiskey.
Oh, no. There's benzene in that bottle. Don't do it.
You don't mean to say that old benzene bottle is still there? I told Jane to take it away.
Well, Jane didn't do it.
Jane is the worst. I even told her that it might set fire to the house and burn us all alive.
It nearly burned me alive.
I'm so sorry. Let me get you the good stuff. Now this is the stuff that father reserves just for himself. He doesn't want anyone else to drink it. I'm sure you'll like it. Unless you don't like scotch.
Don't touch that, Betty.
Why not?
Yes, why not? There's nothing wrong with this scotch. There's nothing wrong with this bottle. It's not poisoned. And just to show there's no hard feelings. Cheers. Oh!
God, she did get the benzene bottle.
No, I've just not quite used to that yet. Oh! Aren't you quite tired of holding that big pistol? It looks terribly heavy. Wouldn't you prefer to come and help me serve some supper? No? Would perhaps the Swedish gentleman would like it? The Danish? The Irishman? The Irishman?
Lady, I'm not some Martin O'Malley Kennedy over here. This isn't my real face. Out of working hours, I have the complexion of a Greek Adonis.
Oh, really? I'm terribly sorry. It's just terribly dim here. Why don't we make some light? We'll make it a bit more cheerful.
No. You drop that, we gotta go. But first, I gotta fix you.
Fix me. Fix me how?
Well, I'm Sorry, man, but you shouldn't have tried to see us. Now, I'm gonna have to tie you up and gag you.
Oh, really? All right.
Well, we can't have you calling the police until we get well away.
I see, but Gad, I look terribly foolish.
Well, we won't get well away until we've got something to eat.
Yes, quite right. You can tie me up later. Now you sit down, Mr. In-Charge Man, and just remember that I am your hostess. You go to the pantry and get some plates.
Oh, but we don't use them things.
You use those things when you eat with me. Now go. And you put away that ridiculous pistol and go and help me, please.
Oh, don't you do it! Oh, what's the rush, Governor? She can't hurt nobody. I'm your star, too.
Oh, that's the last time I take you anywhere.
May I ask, why are you so peevish to everyone? I mean, wouldn't it be more sociable for you to take a little supper? You seem to have taken everything else. Now, speaking of taking everything else, would you mind lending me 4 to 6 knives and forks just for the supper? We can always borrow from the neighbors for breakfast, I suppose. Unless you can call on them too.
Oh, anything to oblige a lady. But no tricks now.
I can't promise anything, as I might be able to keep my promise.
Well, I'll risk all the tricks you've got. No one's got much the better of me in 20 years.
20 years? Have you really been a burglar for 20 years? You must have started very young. I can't see your face very well, but I shouldn't say you're over 40? Do take off the mask. It's terribly unsocial. Don't mind me, I have a terribly shocking memory for faces. I'm sure under that unbecoming and terrifying exterior, you have a kind and fatherly countenance. Am I right? Why do you wear it?
It keeps my face warm.
Oh. Beg your pardon, my mistake.
What was that? There's no trains this time of night?
It was a freight train going the other way.
What, the other way? What, the other way from where?
From where it started. I am quite clever. You know, I always wanted to meet a burglar, but they so seldom go out.
Yes, and they arrive so late.
Oh, you have a sense of humor. You know, you should just shut those blinds so that neighbors can't see what scandalous hours we keep. And then you can have a bit more light. It's much too dreary for a supper party.
Yes, with these clothes that might be safer.
We ain't regular waiters, miss, but we think we're pretty good for amateurs.
We ain't forgot nothing. Not even napkins. Have a napkin?
Oh, that is a wet napkin. Can I help you to some?
Oh, we're just gonna help ourselves.
Okay. You're accustomed to helping yourselves now, aren't you? Oh, won't you join them?
No.
No. Well, then while they sup, you and I shall talk. If I'm going to be gagged soon, I want to talk while I can. Oh. Cigar?
Thanks.
Of course. Now, I have a few questions for you. A man in your profession must be intelligent. So you must be an intelligent man. I mean, to have kept out of jail for 20 years. A man in your position must have courage and nerve and intelligence. So why is it that you're so stupid as to be a burglar?
No way.
I like that.
Stupid? Why, I make a living at it.
How much of a living?
10,000 a year?
Oh, well, what is 10,000? What is 50,000? What's $100,000 a year if you have to risk it to go to jail for 20 years? It's not feasible, merely as a business proposition. Now, I can understand a man risking 20 years of his life for something substantial. Men like Perry, or Dewey, or Santos Dumont, they took big risks for big prizes. And there are men all over this country, thousands of them, not half as clever as you are, and they don't have to worry about going to jail. They don't have to worry about being in the street with their wives and children, or asking policemen the time of day, or wear hideous black masks, or ruin their beautiful complexions with burnt cork.
Oh. But honestly, who would want to give me a job?
Well, whom did you ever ask for one?
Hey, pass me some more of that pie that mother used to make.
Yes. There are clerks and shopkeepers all over the country, but they don't make 10,000 a year. And no one ever hears of them. There's no fame in that kind of work.
Fame. Oh, that's so interesting. Are you famous?
I am quite as well known as I intend to be. Now, tomorrow, all the papers will be talking about this. They won't know that we're the ones that did it, but the men in our profession, they will know. And they'll all say, that was a nice job of so-and-so's last night. That's fame. We got a reputation from one end of this country to the other.
That's right. Some of us is just as well known as Mr. Santos Dumont.
And we fly just as high, too.
And I suppose you are famous burger?
Him? He's about as well known as Billy the Kid.
Billy the Kid. He sounds so attractive, but I've never heard of him.
Never heard of Billy the Kid? What do you think of that?
Well then, I am as well known as Grace Phillips, the Manhattan bank robber.
Sure he is.
Oh, how come you never heard of him?
I'm afraid not.
It's like, he's a headliner. This is well known as Copy Farrell, or Billy Porter, George Post.
No. You say there is fame in this profession, and you name 5 men at the top of it, and I have not heard of a single one of them. And I read the papers too. Unlike other ladies.
Well, there are ladies who, what have ladies? Real ladies! Why, when I was doing my last bit in jail, I got over 1,000 letters from ladies sending me the picture. Beautiful girls. All wanted a picture of me in return. Wanted to marry me.
Really? That just goes to show that men as husbands are far more desirable in jail than out of it. Now I say it's a poor life.
What's a poor life that you people lead with us to worry you? Well, there's 70 millions of you across the United States, and there's only a few of us. But we keep you guessing all the year round. We are the last thing you think of at night when you lock the doors. We are the first thing you think of in the morning when you check the silver basket. We are just a few hundred up against 70 millions. I tell you, there's fame, big money, and a free life in my line of work.
Yes, it's a free life until you go to jail. There's no place in civilized society for you except in jail. And everybody is after you. If we want to raise you, there's every city that has its police force. There's every household nowadays that has some private watchmen. And if we want to, we can tell the newspapers. We got the telegrams. We got the telephones. We've got the cable.
Thank you, thank you.
What an interesting coat. It's so many pockets. It's a perfect thing for an automobile trip.
Here, cut that telephone wire. Thank you for reminding me about that. I almost forgot. forgot?
Oh no, don't thank me. Don't make noise when you do that either. If you wake my mother, I will have the police after you until every one of you is in jail.
Shh! You won't have the police after us very long once I've tied you up. Hey, Harry, give me that curtain cord.
Oh, that's too ridiculous.
Well, sorry for busting up your still alarm. If you hadn't so kindly given me that reminder of the telephone, maybe I'm not clean forgot that.
Yeah, I'm afraid Pretty Polly talked too much. We ain't all stupid.
No, so I see. Those terrible cares of me. But not everybody you come against tonight would be so careless.
I went out for 20 years. I've never been to jail.
But you're young, aren't you? I said you looked young, didn't I? But the truth is, there's no place for you. You're old news. You're for the days of stagecoaches. And now you're fighting civilization. You may win out for a little bit, but I tell you, I'll back civilization you win every time.
Well, Miss Civilization, if it's going to save you, it better hurry. Give me that silk muffler.
You don't mean to say that you're going to gag me.
I am.
But I'll look silly.
I'm not going to stop at that silk muffler. Give it to me. I'll put it in the safe. What was that?
I thought I had Mother moving about.
She better not move about.
Better not go near her. None of you. You couldn't look. Oh, shiny. Oh. Now is it graft or is it swag? Which is it?
Cover it up. Cover it up.
That's your watch, miss. I'm sorry it has to go.
It was the first time it ever did go. Terrible timepiece. Oh, and thank you for taking that huge brooch. Father bought it for me for a gift, but it is so unbecoming.
Use your hat.
Cover it up. Cover it up. I'm sure you know your business, but that's paste.
Do you want to be gagged now?
Oh, pardon me. I suppose you know what you're looking for. Oh, this is Mrs. Warren's necklace. So you called upon her too. Isn't she so attractive?
Well, we didn't ask for the lady of the house. They ain't all as sociable as you are.
Oh, that's her necklace. You got it from the house on the hill with the red roof. That house has a red roof, not the hill. And that's Mrs. Lowell's locket. How dare you take that from her?
You put that down.
I will not. Do you know what this locket means to her? It used to belong to her husband. There's a lock of a child's heritage. The child is dead. The husband is dead. And you took it from her. You brute!
Well, of course we took it. I mean, why does she wear it around where everybody can see it?
Be quiet, you fool! She wore it? You took it from her?
We didn't hurt her. We only frightened her. A little. And we'll frighten you before we're done with you, Missy.
Frighten me. You're not men enough to frighten me. You don't even steal from men. You steal from women in the middle of the night. Take that from me. I forgot. Shh, don't let her know you're here.
Alan, what's wrong? Who are you talking to?
I'm talking to James, the coachman. One of the horses is ill, and he came for some medicine. But he's going now. Everything's all right, Mother. Go back to bed.
Can't I help?
No, dear, no. Everything's all right. Good night.
Good night.
That is enough of this. Now there's a coachman. She'll have the whole town after us next. No, you and the lady upstairs are gonna have your voices stop.
How dare you go near her? She is old. She is ill. She's feeble. She's my mother. Get out of my way. I will not. You terrible cowards. If you go near her, I'll kill you. You'll have to kill me
Don't leave the girl, there's no time! This way, this way!
No, not that way. There's hundreds of them out there.
Drop that, there's no time! This way, this way!
Oh, yes, come this way. You're too scared to go back.
Your hands up! All of you! I guess I know you.
Joe had lost.
And Honey is? I thought so. And the kid? The whole gang. Good work, boys! Move back to the ring. My congratulations, Miss Gardner. They're the worst lot in the country. You're a brave young lady.